Imagine arriving at an airport, and the first thing that catches your eye isn't the gates or the shops. It's the floor beneath your feet. In Portland, Oregon, that floor became more than just carpet. It became a symbol, a memory, a movement. This is the full, untold story of the PDX carpet. The teal wonder that turned grown adults into nostalgic detectives and spawned a city-wide obsession. Our story begins long before the teal lines and magenta swirls. When Portland International Airport, PDX, opened its main terminal in 1956, the floors were a simple brown terrazzo, the kind that echoed with every high-heeled step from passengers in fancy hats and gloves. It was the golden age of air travel. Elegant, aspirational, but loud. By the 1970s, the terrazzo gave way to impractical blue carpet stamped with the Port of Portland's old logo. The airport even banned indoor gum chewing to keep it spotless. But noise was the real enemy. The click-clack of shoes on hard surfaces drove everyone mad, from travelers to staff. Enter the 1980s. PDX was expanding, shedding its ski chalet vibe for skylights and soaring ceilings in the Clock Tower Plaza. That's when the Port of Portland turned to a local hero, SRG Partnership, a Portland-based architecture firm. They weren't just building walls, they were designing silence. The year was 1987. SRG principal John Schluning and his team set out on a mission. Schluning visited airports across the country, utilitarian hives buzzing with earth tones like beige and oatmeal, chosen to hide cigarette butts and spills. Subways with wings, he called them. No soul, no sense of place. PDX deserved better. It needed to scream Pacific Northwest, bold, abstract, a little weird. They settled on blues and greens early. Teal for the misty Columbia River, turquoise for the Willamette's flow. But the pattern, pure genius. Schluning sketched the intersecting north-south runways as seen from the air traffic control tower at night, glowing white and amber lines cutting through the dark. Those lines became the carpet, teal base with magenta, purple, and red geometric shapes and dots like radar blips on a screen. Installed in 1988 across nearly 13 acres of terminal floors, it muffled footsteps and whispered, "Welcome home." For 27 years, it just existed. Millions of shoes, businessmen in power suits, grunge kids with Doc Martens, hipsters clutching voodoo donuts wore it thin without a second glance. No Instagram, no hashtags. Just quiet companionship underfoot. Then 2013 hit like a delayed flight. A single Reddit post in our Portland, a traveler's photo of the shabby teal expanse captioned, "I will miss this carpet when it's gone." It exploded. 12,000 upvotes, thousands of comments. Our Mona Lisa, better than the Eiffel Tower. Tattoo material. Suddenly the carpet had a personality. Twitter accounts, Facebook pages, an official Instagram hashtag PDXCarpet. Over 20,000 photos flooded in. Feet on the floor, shoofies from gate to gate. National media pounced. Portland Monthly penned Ode on a Carpet, a T.S. Eliot-inspired poem calling it the Hollow Men's Dream. It was marketable weirdness at its finest. Local businesses jumped in. Powell's Book sold carpet-patterned tote bags, Stumptown Coffee etched it on mugs, and the merch avalanche, socks that sold out in hours, T-shirts with "I survived the PDX carpet," even bicycle helmets and soccer scarves for the Dimmer Army. Nike dropped limited edition SB Ducklow sneakers in exact teal and magenta, reselling for $500 on eBay. Breweries like Ectic Duck Brewing slapped it on IPA cans, PDX Carpet Pale Ale. One Etsy seller turned salvage scraps into $300 frame squares. The carpet wasn't just walked on, it was worn, sipped, collected. A local icon had awakened.
But fame is fleeting, especially for wool that's 27 years old. By 2015, the carpet was threadbare. Maintenance crews wielded shortbees to color bald spots, a desperate patchwork on 13 acres of faded glory. In May, the Port of Portland's Vince Granado held a press conference. We're replacing it for durability. The backlash was seismic. Petitions surged. Fans organized carpet vigils with tearful goodbyes with candles and playlists of Portland indie bands. People flew in from Seattle, LA, even Tokyo just for one last shoe fee. The Rose Festival's Starlight Parade? Grand Marshal, a googly-eyed carpet roll on a float. Portland Monthly declared we'd jumped the shark, but the love only deepened. The port salvaged what they could. 1,000 square yards went to local businesses like Carpet Mill Outlet in Milwaukee. They sliced it into frameable squares and 2x3-foot mats, free for transport, but priceless to fans. Craigslist listings for 6-inch scraps hit $300 overnight. An 11-by-16-foot collage of the old carpet hung in the terminal as a shrine. It wasn't just replacement, it was mourning. A city's quirky heart breaking over nylon.
To replacement, a deeper green, swishier version by ZGF Architects and Henneberry Eddy. Beautiful, but not the carpet. It echoed the original, but couldn't capture the soul. Travelers sighed, it's Portland, but muted. Fast forward to 2023, PDX's massive $2 billion expansion. The PDX Next project, with its Douglas fir barrel vaulted roof and local art installations. Fans flooded comment sections. Don't forget the carpet. The port heard them loud and clear. They dug up SRG's original digital files, now Port of Canon design, and commissioned a faithful recreation. Not just any comeback. 5,865 square feet of the iconic 1988 pattern installed in high-traffic spots. 2 massive teal areas framed in warm wood in pre-security seating lounges, perfect for resting feet or live local musicians. It rolled out in March 2024, just in time for summer travel. A viral Instagram video showed workers unspooling the fresh teal under skylights. Caption, "The love affair continues." Travelers wept again, this time from joy. A 7-year-old dragged his penguin suitcase across it and declared, "I always know it's Portland when I look at the floor." Even the secret listening room at Tender Living Empire in Concourse E kept a patch of the original for eternal shoe fees.
So yes, the PDX carpet endures. Not as a relic, but as a living thread in Portland's weird, wonderful fabric. From Toronto echoes to runaway dreams, from Reddit whispers to global merch mania. It's proof that sometimes the smallest details crowned us most. If you story tugged at your shoelaces, hit subscribe. We're uncovering more hidden airport tales like the Las Vegas rainbow that vanished overnight. Thanks for joining the Carpet Cult. See you on the concourse.